right in the middle, talking shit.
I said it in jest. Porque. Yeah.
Oh,
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
no. No hope for the lower enlisted.
Yeah. We're just recording this just so that we could share it. And there's literally no fucking
Man.
reason for us to be recording right now. And that's exactly why we're recording right now, because fuck you, that's why.
Just exactly. One of those days.
It wasn't even one of those days, but you end up in conversation over coffee, and it reaches a certain point where you realize that somebody's got to say it, and if it's going to be said, it might as well be fucking recorded for posterity.
Right.
I want you to know that we really mean this. Just do it. Just go fuck yourself. Uh, there's so much clownery, tomfoolery, fuckery, and all out villainry. Like villainy. Villainry might just be a new word for this shit. It started off as villainy, and then
Ooh.
fucking we like devolved into some retardation, and now it's just villainry, right? Uh, all the way up and down, everywhere in between, jackasses coming out, pimping out fucking mental health issues, pimping out medical issues in general, pimping out healthcare, education,
Yep.
infrastructure, war, terrorism, politics, everything. Everything is for sale.
Everything. Yep.
Yep. The shit that they just said they were never gonna do fucking last month, man. Right price? No, 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 no. We got it. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'll explain. You'll understand. This is why we got to do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere in all our professions.
With the same documentation utilized to do both.
Yep. Our buddies jumping into the fire here. Nahum just is joining.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we are recording Nahum. I'm not.
Nafu, reporting as ordered.
What's up?
Oh, start.
How are you, man? Every time your background pops up, it gets more festive.
We had 30 few guests here. That's why I missed the time we set.
Yo, is that palm fronds on your roof right there? You're getting a real
Yeah,
tropical vibe. I'm digging it. It looks like a
well, it used to be really nice. We had like chairs and tables on the grass here, and everyone was eating and singing and drinking and
is that a Halloween shirt?
no, actually it's a shirt one of my sisters made. She's doing like handmade print,
Nice.
and she's doing all kind of images. And
Apple?
this one is it's actually a seed, if I'm not mistaken,
Yep.
uh, that she photoed a
Hmm.
few times. And You can see here the
That's
little
pretty cool.
stuff. Yeah, and she have ones with palms she made really nice. She's the one married to the son of Professor Michel Kishka, the cartoonist.
Ah. From the document that you shared?
Yeah, and his son, Eli, which is married to my sister, is a really talented photographer and video editor. And he served with me. We served the pictures that he shot with words that I wrote
Ah.
to a show, to an international photography show in Israel that will be next month.
That's
And we got in.
That's
We
cool.
got in.
what's it called?
Yeah, and
Give it a plug.
it's called, I will look for it just a second.
And we're recording this at least.
We are.
No problem.
Yeah, we are recording.
Well, we are open source. So
Yeah.
yeah. Wait,
Until we
I
get
will look it
blocked
up.
by, until we get blocked by Israeli communications or something because we're talking about shit you can't have access to.
Nah. Okay, so this is, wait, let me look. This is in Hebrew, everything here. I don't know. Probably you can translate it.
To the AI.
Okay, wait a second. I'm really slow, sorry. Still managing with all the...
This is the day for slow. It's okay.
Well, did he showed up?
We're not going to talk about that. We're recording.
That's the best answer you could have given.
Yeah, no, just read the emails, man. But what's the name of that shit that you were doing? Did you find it?
Yeah, it's photo.
Yeah, it's in our
Photo is real. It's like Israel in a way. And
Livingtogether.photoisrael.org.
so if you look on the logos, wait, maybe we can share screen and I can.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Do you want to share your? Let me. I'll share mine.
I don't mind which one will share. Okay. So there is 3 logos to the right of the screen in the top.
Yep.
You have the photo is real, which is like photo Israel. The middle one is Natal, the National Trauma Association. And the other one is Resisim. It's like shreds, you know, like when you throw a...
Shrapnel.
Yeah, so chaperone, like when you break a glass, you have all the things that
Shards.
broke.
Shards.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the translation, but yeah, like
Pieces.
yeah, little pieces.
Broken shit.
So they like went into the Natal, into the National Trauma Association.
Okay.
So all of them are doing it together, and it's called Shadows, Slalim. And it's not the first time they doing it.
So this is what you're going to be doing.
So one of the walls there will be 6 pictures that he shot. 5 he shot and 1 his father shot when he was in the first Lebanon war.
Oh wow.
And I wrote the text, like what I feel, what it reflects to me.
Hey, dude, that's something we could do at the book fair. That
Exactly.
Kowalski was
And
talking about.
I asked him about if the fact that we are in the show will prevent us, or we need their permission to display our common work somewhere. And he said,
I'm
hell
just
no, that's our work. We can display it anywhere we want.
introduce us. It was, yeah. People of like mind should know each other. Um,
Yeah, I asked him if he wants to do a documentary with me.
which one is it?
No, he's the one that served with me. But from the judges, wait, I know.
Those are the judges.
Yeah, this is the judges. So I know the first one to the right, the boy. He's a veteran with PTSD. He's doing his film is like uh, doing lots of pictures, like he's taking lots of shots and of
Photography and stuff.
usually abandoned buildings.
Oh, sweet.
And, and he's opened a project that called Ratzim im Rami, which means running with Rami. His name is Rami. And he took veterans, disabled veterans with PTSD and more to run with him, made them run and exercise. And it became a thing. Like they opened more and more groups. And then he went into the national, like he's working with them a lot. He's a really nice guy most of the time when he's not pissed off. Like all of us, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I can be a nasty dude. I can be nasty. I know.
Fuck that.
I try not to,
I'm,
but
I'm fluffy.
yeah, and the other ones are the lady below him, I know her also. She's the manager of marketing and spokesman for the National Trauma Association. And also we know a few of them.
Sweet.
So it's going to be an international, a big event, and this is a competition inside the event that will be displayed. So it will be in November. You want me to translate?
No, I just assume this is for like the outline of the program.
Yeah, it's what we hope to achieve, that it will bring the voices of the veterans and things like that.
Sweet.
This is how you can participate and how to serve the pictures and whatever.
This is awesome, dude.
Yeah, it is. And I learned that it's not the first time they do it.
Huh? Well, the picture on the last page of their setup said 2022.
Yeah, and here number 3 is the opening of the show,
It's August.
8th of November. Yeah.
That's what's up. You excited?
I'm really happy we did it. But I tried to maximize my participant into that. I served 3 times. I served one with him, the 6 pictures. I served one alone, a picture that he took, and I wrote a text, like something I already wrote and attached it together. And I served one more with another friend that is a photographer, like for fun. He's not doing it for a living.
Have a camera?
Just on my fucked up cell phone.
Yeah. I got a camera. It's pretty cool. Fucking my neighbor across the street.
You have camera, you know when you're not there. To put all the things in there.
Yeah, I got a little GoPro, which is cool for
Oh.
video. And then my Nikon. And I got a couple different lenses. This is a portrait lens, and then this is the stock lens that come with it.
It's the entire world, all the photography.
Photography's great.
Phototherapy is a big thing here in Israel.
It's fucking great. I like looking at other people's work because that's how they see the world. They're stopping on what's getting their attention, and then after a while, like once they hone their craft and get their skill up a little bit or whatever, and they start doing like compositions and being mindful about how they're framing out the picture, you can tell a lot about motherfuckers through their photography and video work. But there's something about photography that's like super intimate on both sides. You get, especially when you're doing like street photography, get people that are oblivious that you're even there, right? If you get good at it, get some real candid shots. And it's like just, it's a little insight on how you view your world, your city, wherever you're at.
Yeah, and you can catch moments that people don't pay attention or don't see it from how you see it, like you said. And to give this view to more people,
Yeah.
this little glimpse to other moments and realities, and maybe it can reflect to our inner world and makes us think. And
Well, that's what art's for in general, right? Or one of the things. Expression and fucking provoke thought or discussion, debate, arguments. Does that too, art. But we had a couple different photography movements within the veteran community here in the States. Most notably, the one that was started out of Philadelphia with Mike Whiter, and Operation Overmed. I don't know if you like. That's how I was introduced to him, Whiter, through N.A. Poe, who was another activist, advocate, uh, Philadelphian over there, and his work got circulated. It went viral. It's still being used, but actually, this is the lens that started Operation Overmed.
this one,
Yeah, this one.
man, you have a living museum in
I
your
do.
house.
Actually, fucking Dick Butkus just died, and I got an autographed football of Dick Butkus, and it's from this Nickelodeon show called "I Didn't Do It" or something like that. And he popped a football with his bare hands on set, and then he signed another one, and I have it. My dad does special effects in Hollywood, but I got a bunch of stuff. Fucking like,
Save it. It will be better when you need it for pension or stuff. No, it's only accumulate value, no?
I got to make sure that I hand this shit off to somebody who's going to give a shit. Otherwise, it's going to fuck around and end up in Goodwill.
Goodwill? What is
It's
Goodwill?
a thrift shop. It's a thrift shop here in the States. So, the secondhand store.
Okay.
But actually, I just recently, earlier in the year, handed off a bunch of stuff that I put together for the USS Arizona survivors. I was working on, I told you guys about that combat paper project where we turned our old uniforms into paper. Um, I made a book basically out of that. Like for years, I just went
The
around.
one you found?
Hmm?
The one you said you found?
No, different. Same paper, different event, different other people. These were for the actual survivors and those who died on the USS Arizona on December 7th, 1941. And so I made a book for the survivors, and I got a whole bunch of people to sign it from all kinds of different events that I've been to over the years, including like some of the survivors themselves, like Lauren Bruner, Claire Hetrick, um, fucking. There's a bunch of people on there. I think I got 9 of the survivors to sign it. There's not that many left now, but back in the day, and then just a bunch of other papers. So I turned that over to the special collections department at the University of Arizona here, along with a mug that Lauren Bruner drank out of.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. I actually have the sister mug to that around here. Fucking show and tell.
We'll drink to that.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Pieces of history. That's amazing.
Yeah. So my favorite watering hole is the Trident Grill here in town. And as a regular, right, you have an option of getting one of these mugs, and then they'll hang it up behind the bar. So whenever you come in, they'll take it down, and then this is your mug. And so this one I retired after my great aunt died. It says Goober on here. You can't see it, but that's one of my
Yeah,
nicknames,
we can see it.
Goober. So
Nice.
she's the one that gave me that nickname when I was a baby. I was like barely born. Oh, look at the little Goober. It really isn't a compliment, but I love the name. It's like a simpleton kind of, right? Um, but anyway, when she died, I retired the mug and brought it home, and then I bought a new one. And then whenever I coordinated the 74th memorial ceremony for the USS Arizona survivors here in town, I took Lauren Bruner out to lunch at the Trident, and he drank out of my mug. And so whoever I was with took a picture of him, and you could see the mug, right? His hand on it and stuff like that. It's in the picture. So I was like, well, I can't fucking drink out of that anymore. Like, wow. So I retired that one, and I'm not paying for another fucking mug. Glass is fine. I'll take a pint glass, thank you. But when he died, I was like, all right, fucking, it's probably time for me to get all this stuff together. I do have something else that's cool. Hold on one second. You guys will get a kick out of this fucking story.
We opened the Pandora box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he'll sit, he have another amazing thing to show us. It's beautiful.
Right.
You bowled today? What?
No, I worked today. I bowled yesterday.
Singles bowl? Family bowl?
No, yesterday was another one of my teams. I actually, my dad's on my team for Thursday nights.
You didn't tell me that. That's
Yeah, I got my dad back in the bowl on.
a big deal.
So it's been fun.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I bet. I haven't seen any videos though, so I'm a little bit bent
I
over.
haven't taken any yet.
Yeah, I could see. I haven't seen
Well, being honest with you, I've just been enjoying it. I
them.
haven't really been worried so much about my scoring or
No,
anything.
fuck
Just been
us.
enjoying going
Yeah,
with my dad.
be in
So,
the moment. We don't need to be involved.
no, my dad hasn't bowled since I was in high school, and I got him back into bowling this summer, and then got him to join one of my teams with me on Thursday nights. So,
That's a long time, dude. High school.
Cool. That's cool.
yeah. I mean, for me, I think I hadn't bowled for 10. My dad hadn't bowled for like 15 years.
Is he as good? Is he as good as you?
Oh, yeah.
Really? So
Oh, yeah. I
you guys are a
mean,
little powerhouse now over at the fucking alley.
he's catching me. He's still trying to relearn the game a little bit. But I mean, I just found out not long ago actually that my dad didn't start bowling until I was a kid, till after I was born.
Really?
So, and then quit when I was in high school because he had hernia surgery. So it was all just, and I just kept pestering the shit out of him. Like once I got back into bowling, I was like, "When you gonna come bowling? When you gonna coach me, or are you gonna bowl with me, or are you gonna do both? Like what's going on?"
Showing
Because
them all
he
your
was a high
stack.
school.
Your dad, they're giving me
And then,
shoes, jersey.
well, that's what it took. Is essentially he kept saying, "Yeah, I think I want to. I think I want to." And so finally, I was like, "What ball are you looking at getting?" He's like, "I've really been looking at this ball." I was like, "Okay." Show up at the bowling alley on this day, and ball will be there for you. He's like, "What?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I got you the ball already. You're good."
Man, that's
And that was it. Once he got the ball, then it's
how do you
like,
say
well,
no to
now I
that?
gotta use it.
Yeah, no, man. You can't say that. Fuck that. You can't say no. That's a forever.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's a forever fuck you. If you say, nah, man, I'm actually good. I don't want to go to the bowling alley.
Right.
It's like, talk about a plot twist. I
Right.
said no. Yeah. That's what's up, man. I'm happy for you, dude, getting back on the lanes with your pops. I got really into RC racing with my dad a couple years back. Remote control cars.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Dude, so real quick, I promised you guys another show and teller. So I got this mug in Amsterdam after Iraq, and it's kind of a bad situation. I forgot my wallet, my debit card, and I didn't realize it until we were already like an hour and a half, 2 hours outside of base. So I was fucked. I had whatever money I had in my pocket, so I slept in the van during the 4-day weekend trip, and then on the floor in the buddy's hotel room that took pity on me one night. And while I was there that one night, I was coming out, and this was left for the fucking server to come and get on somebody else's door, like outside their door. They had some beer later. This, I took it. It's mine. It was a souvenir. I didn't have any money for a souvenir. So just fucking, there we go. That'll work. And I still have it. I've treated it nice. This, I told you I coordinated the 74th anniversary memorial ceremonies for the
Oh
U.S.
wow.
Arizona survivors, and part of that was they had a dinner the night before the Sunday services and stuff like that at the hotel they were staying at. So I go over there. It's a beautiful little thing, intimate, just the reunion association, the survivors, their family, friends, and stuff. Invited some mariachis to come and play for a little bit. But before we had dinner, we were all just kind of getting to know each other, smoking and joking in the reception area. and the lady come up and asked me or asked the group what we wanted to drink. Everybody ordered. I don't really drink these days, but I asked her what she had. She listed them out. I said, I'll take a Heineken. Right. I have a good appreciation for European beer. When she brought it back, fucking this shit says Tokyo on it.
Yeah.
And it's got a like I understand like the star, right, is like the Heineken the shit, right? But in combination with the Tokyo shit sitting next to a USS Arizona survivor, it's like as soon as the lady handed me the glass, everybody that was around right there, including Lauren Bruner, the second to last sailor to abandon ship on the USS Arizona, just kind of looked at me. I was like, oh shit. And so I couldn't get it in a glass fast enough. And then everybody, they took it good. They were laughing. There's no way that I could have known. You know what I mean? So they didn't beat me up too bad about it. But I looked over at Lauren and said, nobody's going to believe me about that story if I tell him. Would you mind signing this? And so he did. But yeah,
That's great.
Nice.
says his name, Lauren Bruner, and then USS Arizona.
That's a cool story.
One of the most awkward situations I've ever been in. It's like, man, what the fuck? Like, you know who I'm in here with. Like, this is a reunion association for the USS Arizona. You clearly know that I fucked up ordering that beer, and it says Tokyo big as shit on it, and I'm next to somebody who fucking Japan bombed. Like, I felt set up by the fucking staff. I'm not gonna lie. I think they could have helped me out, poured it in a cup, and brought it to me, and just called it.
But then you
Yeah.
didn't have this nice story.
The good and the bad, yin and yang, you know. But it was fun.
It's all about perspective.
The next day is when I fucking, or actually, that was the night from the lunch that I had. We had lunch, and then it went to dinner, and then the memorial ceremonies. But fucking, there was only 2 of them that were able to show up of the survivors. Big turnout otherwise from the Reunion Association, a bunch of people that support them. But Claire Hetrick and Lauren Bruner were the only 2 that showed up. Claire Hetrick had just gotten out of the hospital at a radiation treatment. Like, he was in rough shape.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he died a couple months after that in April sometime. But Lauren Bruner lasted for a bit longer.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think it'd be cool if we get together and either we have plenty enough time to do some stuff around photography. If people have already made certain images that go along with what it is that we're talking about in this project that we're doing, might as well.
Today in the morning, I read a post in a Facebook group that was open not long ago. The group that made the first aid kit. So the group is for post-trauma from any post-trauma, but the people that established the group are veterans. And someone asked this morning in I think it was an anonymous post about writing. So I immediately responded and said, yeah, writing is a powerful tool. It could be used in like so many ways. And we actually, it's the thing we are discussing about in our international group, which I'm a member in. And we are planning to, I told them we are planning to get together around March, around this topic exactly. And the responses was nice. Like people was like thumbs up and asking some questions, and I think that it, like I wrote them, on it's on the rise in a way. So many people write about trauma these days.
I'm not just these
And
days.
yeah,
Going back historically, there was content. That's like they say the actors and artists and stuff like that. Like, oh, they gotta know pain to be a true artist. Like, blah 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 blah. But they've been talking about the corresponding or correlation between trauma, pain, hardship, suffering, that kind of thing, and then the ability to create, either as a last resort, as a means of escape, expression, anger, frustration, etc.
Some of our biggest and prominent artists have focused or thrived on it. Two that come to my mind immediately were Shakespeare, and majority of his shit were trauma focused, and then Picasso, and what we know about what Picasso's mental health was like with his severe depression issues and whatnot that he was facing while he was painting all of his stuff.
I'm not. I know Picasso was into sex a lot. It's French, real French. Uh, not. I haven't heard a lot about depression or whatever from him, but Van Gogh fucking cut his ear off, and then,
Van Gogh.
and ended up shooting himself. I guess he got. I don't know. Did he get shot by somebody there? Did he shoot himself? I don't know. But that dude was. He was in a fucking sanatorium for a while. Yeah,
Mm.
it's where he painted some of
yeah,
his best shit.
Yeah.
wow.
I
Cut
don't
your
think,
own ear.
what's that?
To cut your own ear, it's crazy.
It's pretty extreme.
Well, I know a guy that set himself on fire and survived to tell. So the one that initiated the protest in Israel.
That's how these protests initiated.
Yeah, it was a few days or the day before the Memorial Day, and he was frustrated from the process of his recognition, and he was already recognized, but he was really low percentage, and he tried. It was a long story, and he went with some gasoline, poured on himself, set himself on fire, and the people that were securing the facility took the fire out in 38 seconds, which is really quick response. Like to when you think about it.
I'm still like
Uh,
to be on fire for 38 seconds is a long fucking time.
yeah, and after 5 minutes, he was already evacuated,
That's what's up.
and the hospital is really close, and the best doctors in Israel and in the world. He got the best experimental treatments, and they poured tens of millions to treat him, and he survived, and he's trying to recover. In the last few months, his mental situation went really down. Like if you read what he writes, he's the one that I clashed in the Knesset with when I cut him when he was saying what I did was heroic. I stopped him,
He said that burning
and I
himself
said
was heroic.
not once, also on TV and in paper, and that's something that I really cannot accept, That's the wrong way to treat it. Heroic is every second that he survived after and before. Heroic is choosing life now. To set yourself on fire and hurt so many people around you and yourself is not heroic, and we cannot say it. That's what I said, in a way. And later, like, and all the veterans around me, no, you will offend him, you will offend him. And I said, no, that's need to be heard. We're in the Knesset. It need to be on the protocol. And after that, we had like 10 minutes after that, we had a recess for 15 minutes. And he was rolling on the wheelchair to me and came to me, like, he didn't walk to me, he rolled to me and said, thank you that you said what you said, it was really important, and whatever. Invited me to surf with him. Something I didn't, it's a hat I didn't pick up. It was too much for me. I wish him all the best, but I'm not sure that it's healthy enough for me and my environment to tie myself into him and some of the decisions or things he say or do.
I think it's
I supported him. I supported him for a long time, but he needs to be mindful about his own recovery now. That's my main message.
We all do, bro. That's the message.
Yeah.
That's for we all are responsible or need to be responsible for our own individual recovery. I hope Robert didn't get dropped. I mean, froze right there, but couple different, like, good on you for setting the record straight when you had the opportunity to do so right then in front of the individual and let him know directly. No. And then good on him, I feel, for being able to approach you, regardless of whether or not you guys want to hang out and drink coffee and go surfing or whatever, you know.
Exactly.
To approach you and to engage you, human to human,
In a
and
positive way, yeah.
dude, we all need spot checks here and there. We all need spot checks. We all get out of line every now and then, get a little squirrely, loose at the lips. I know I do frequently. So it's good to have people like that around you, even though you don't hang out all the time. But when you go there to conduct business, there's somebody there that keeps it back to business mode. So let's not get emotional. Let's not get, eccentric with our propaganda or rhetoric. Let's just keep it to the facts. Why we're here? What are we trying to do? What's the situation? What can we do? What can't we do?
Yeah.
It actually goes pretty good with how we started this. I was starting with a rant, talking about people pimping out mental health care and healthcare in general, and just everything, education, anything that they can market or sell or take advantage of. Politics.
Write the message, yeah.
Yep.
Writing is, again, man, these things that not to be cut off, isolated, self-centered, or what have you, but the tools that allow for and promote individual expression. We have a lot of groupthink. We know what the fucking various cliques and groups and gangs and what they think is groups. But it gets real interesting when you start to take those individual group members away from that fucking hive mind and you start asking them what they think about certain things. Now, not all of it's
As individuals.
yeah, as individuals, not I'm looking forward to hearing individual stories because again, like we've gotten a lot of, well, they're pissed off, so I'm pissed off. I don't even know what I'm pissed off about it, but fucking these people that I have coffee with are upset, and I don't want to be alone drinking coffee, so I'm gonna have to be upset too because fuck being alone. Like standards, bro, they matter.
Yep.
Individual standards, group standards, and the ability to express yourself, not just to people you disagree with. More often than not, I found that expressing yourselves to friends or family, the people who you're supposed to be able to express yourselves to, is harder than expressing yourself to fucking strangers. Even more so
It's
through
easy.
writing and stuff like that.
It's easier for me to stand in front of 300 people I don't know and share my journey than to do it with my family, straight up.
Mhm.
You said, what the fuck is
Mhm.
that about? What's that about? What is that about? All of us just said, yeah. Did we just click on something? Like it is. What the fuck? It's fucking difficult. Why? Why is it so difficult? The people
Why
that we
it's
love
difficult for us to do it with ourselves also.
first and foremost, but then like where's that acceptance at from home or family unit or whatever? We can like I talk a lot of shit with my army buddies that I served down range with. Like there's nothing off the table. No matter how random, no matter how awkward, no matter how foul, no matter how disturbing. It's like, hey, this exists. Anybody want to talk about it? But with like my family and then past relationships, partners, first thing is like, you should probably go to therapy about that. I don't want to fucking hear that. I don't want to get into that. Why do you keep telling me that? I don't want to hear about it anymore. Isn't there somebody that you can talk to about that? And then
Well, I
eventually
just did.
they just start to avoid you. Starts by avoiding certain conversations, and then it just starts like, no, I'm busy. I got to go here, or I'm out. I can't come home, or this and that, because they don't want to engage. The only every time fucking it turns into an argument. Then, from my
Yep.
experience, but
Well, to be able to hold different perspectives and views inside a family, sometimes it's really, really hard because it breaks the world they knew in a way. When you bring something new or bold or something that the family doesn't used to talk about, or I think it's more a reaction of fear. So we put borders and lines and fences inside that blocks communication. And then there are things that you need to be ashamed of or hide and why?
I think it's more of a protective thing. Why expose them to that? We were exposed to that. What's the point in exposing them to that? You know, they're innocent in this whole ordeal. And it's the protection of innocence, I think, that really maintains that boundary.
I really, really agree. In the beginning of the relationship with my wife, I was less sharing, and she all the time asked for information. And I said, I don't want you to, exactly what you said, I don't want you to eat my shit. You don't need it.
Yep.
you don't need it.
And yeah, yeah. there's enough. And sometimes she made me do share, and sometimes it was too much.
Yeah.
And now I know that she wishes I will stop anything related to PTSD. That I won't take calls from people, from families, from others, from organizations, that I will stop working on Kfar Sara the way I do, that I will just do other things. Because many times she thinks that it drags me away, drags me back. So it's something that always we're discussing about, and telling her that as long as I live here in Israel, I cannot ignore the situation around me and in me, and I have to do something about it. So I try to share less, but she already knows so much, so it's not always. I can understand why people try and afraid to share inside the family or relationships, but I think that even though it's hard and painful, it's something we should do, because that's the only way she can a little bit know me better, understand me better, understand better what I say when I say I'm having a rough time now. And she can understand that it's folding inside so much we don't have to unfold it every time. But she knows it can be a big issue in few words. And sometimes she will know to mark me and tell me, go smoke a joint. You are unfunctional now. Go smoke a joint. Instead of me grinding and hitting, trying to do something that is too hard for me in that second, in that moment, that I'm overwhelmed with memories or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful you have that. You have somebody looking out for you like that. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Mr. Smith does it really good.
Yeah. See,
I see those two lads next to you.
yeah, these guys, they're really good at that. He's super good at it. She'll just come and like, okay, we're sleeping, nap time. But in a way, I agree with them that you know what? Yeah, no, you're right. It is too much. Thank you. And like 20 years removed, basically, from my experience downrange. Uh, and it's an accumulative thing, man. It's not just what the fuck happened that one specific year in my life, and then everything else was just hunky dory, whatever. As humans, we accumulate shit, experiences, right? Um, some start to outweigh others. Got to put in some work or be mindful in order to get the balance worked out more, or to get some more proper and beneficial shit outweighing the funky, weird vibes and shit that are going on in your life. It's a process of decision making, man. And over time, you have a series of decisions that bring you to where you are in life. And it's not necessary to bring your partner along with every single minute detail of one instance out of this whole shit. For that particular thing, right? I mean, with a partner at this stage where I'm at, if there's interest, I don't have any issues answering questions. I've answered enough at this point. Really, for me, there's nothing really off the table. If you want to get funky with it, let's get funky. You want to go deep? All right, let's dive. Get on your fucking wetsuit. If you don't want to talk about it, okay. Back then, I felt some kind of way. I wanted to be able to, I guess, use my relationship as a crutch to get me out of the shit that I was feeling and uncomfortable with and not sure about, and was looking for some type of either advice, guidance, assistance, a kick in the fucking ass, I don't know, that just wasn't coming because it couldn't come. It needed to come from me. I needed to take certain steps to begin with to make myself okay. And that's a relative fucking term. And it's over time, not overnight. Little things at first, setting routines here, there, then bigger things, stopping drinking, stopping smoking cigarettes, right? Stop going to certain places and doing certain things with certain people. That's all shit that I had control over. And then going to the actual fucking spaces that people were recommending that I go. Why don't you go see? Isn't there somebody you can talk to, actually? Yeah, motherfucker. There is. My bad. Thank you. And then making it their fucking problem because it's their job. They signed up for it to be mental health counselors or whatever. Let's work on some shit. CPT, cognitive processing therapy, right? Meditation, fucking yoga, diet, exercise. There's a bunch to it. Pot.
So much.
Yeah, learning about what I'm okay with as far as stigma. I'm okay with fucking people thinking I'm a pothead who don't know me, who won't hire me, who won't take the time to speak with me, to get to know me, to find out who I am before they just write me off as a loser, a pothead, a stoner, or whatever. Fuck those people, no matter who they are. Generals, presidents, fucking clerks, whoever, dude. Bigots are what they're known by. Hateful people, spiteful people, ignorant motherfuckers. I don't need to know them. I don't need them in my life. I'm doing what's working for me. If they're not okay with that, fuck it. They're not okay with that. They're probably not okay with a lot of other shit too. And that's a them issue, not a me issue. Right? And so being able to have the respect and boundaries to say what's okay for me, to say what brings me peace, contentment, what I feel is productive day by day, that's important for me.
Yep.
Feel that.
Not a bad impromptu mental health conversation.
Heck no.
Nah.
We pulled off 2 hours.
Is it? Wow. We should probably stop recording.
What?
Nobody's got time for this shit.
It's been on for an hour. What?
I dig it. I think it's good that we were on for a while before we hit record too. But
I think I'm here for about an hour.
How do we want to, Robert, you brought up monologues earlier. I know I want to try to set up a conversation with Jonathan again so that we could start breaking down theater, monologues, script writing, stuff like that, storytelling. I mean, start to get into some ideas on how we're going to move forward for the next year.
be
I
down for
vote
that.
yes.
What time is it there? Whom you look tired all of a sudden?
I I started tired, don't worry.
I'm sick.
Uh, it's 12:30.
Oh
It's
shit.
already Saturday.
Whatever, dude. All right. Thank you for joining us, man. Fucking. I hope you had a nice party.
Wait, take it off record for a second.
Okay, we can talk.